Hi everyone, so today, as promised, because I did the Chosungah brand focus video, it's this Korean brand that has quite a number of hyped up products in the Korean beauty market. But yeah, in that video I used these two products, the C&T Blend Fresh Mix. I'm going to do a foundation review on this today, as well as just using a little of this concealer. I already did a in-depth review about how I felt about the concealer, their brow products, their blush and all that kind of thing. So if you want to see that video, check it down below. But today we're going to do a full day as well as a full review on just this foundation. So if you want to see how this lasts, then just keep on watching. So as you can see, this is the state of my skin at the moment. I think it's behaving really well, and it's post-period. So I think the tide is coming in in the next few weeks where my period slowly starts to come in. So yeah, and the pre-period sort of duration gets really bad. I have quite a bit of cystic acne and that kind of thing, but at the moment it's looking like that. My skin is coming out of its dehydration phase, which means that I'm going back to being a lot more oily. And yeah, that's just my skin condition. Basically what I have to say is that I have quite a bit of acne scarring that has, just been remaining since many cycles of pimples and acne and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what we have to work with, and you can see how this foundation lasts on my skin. So yeah, this is how it looks. If you guys saw my previous video of me just basically applying it generally, it looks like that. It has this sponge tip applicator. I'm not sure if you're supposed to use it to buff it in, but I don't think I'll use it for that because the sponge seems quite stiff, but I'll just use it to apply on my face. How you dispense this product is you use this button and you press it hard once, twice to get 2 pumps out, and that's the product. So yeah, I'm just going to apply it on this half of my face with a primer. I'm using the See Ya Later Pore Spot Primer from Australis, and just going to apply it on this half of my face. The consistency of this foundation is, I wouldn't say fully liquid, it's not dripping, but it's not moussey as well. It's kind of in between. It's a little bit liquid, yet it's also quite, it has a little bit of form to it. So yeah, I'm not sure what kind of coverage this will give, but it's not fully liquid. So that's how it looks with everything on. I'm thinking that I applied way too much product, but I tried to smooth it away and try to get an even canvas all around. But as you can see, it has given me a solid full coverage. I mean, I've used so much product, but basically if I use a little less, I think it'll give me a high medium to full coverage already. So yeah. Another thing I mentioned in that brand focus video was that I was really amazed by it, and I still am, because the shade match is very close to my actual skin tone, and if you can see from both sides, there isn't much of a color difference. So this is where there's no foundation, and this is where there is foundation. And what you can see the foundation did was it just gave me an added dewiness and vibrancy, but also the dew is kind of controlled. It's just making my skin look really plumped, if you understand what that means. It's kind of like, imagine all those SK2 or kind of Korean beauty brand commercials, the girl has that kind of plumped sheen to the skin, and upon hindsight this actually feels like one of those slightly watery sunscreen type formulas. This isn't sunscreen, but it does contain SPF 30, but it kind of reminds me of applying sunblock, if that makes sense. So yeah, on this side I'm just going to use a brush on the non-prime side. So yeah, with the brush this is how it looks, and it applied it so quickly, like so darn quickly. It just smooths all over every single area of my face in one sweep. It kind of gave it a very even coating, and as I buff it in, it just naturally buffed into itself without using much effort at all, and it's amazing. I think I used way less product on this side. I went over with a brush on this side just so that I can remove a little product so that it doesn't look like I'm wearing too much. Yep, another thing to say is that it doesn't look like I'm wearing too much foundation. That's kind of quite amazing. I mean, it looks like I'm wearing makeup, but it doesn't look makeup-y, like I got too much effort to be dolled up. It actually looks like, how would you say, acting makeup. I wouldn't say that in a way that I'm not describing it very well, but it's kind of when you watch like a Korean drama and you see the makeup they have, it's like so natural and it doesn't look like they're wearing, but you kind of know that they are, and it translates like that. I think it gives me a very nice finish. It's, I wouldn't say satin, I think it's semi-dewy with quite a tacky finish, semi-dewy if that makes sense. So yeah, that's how it looks like now, and I'll just do the rest of my makeup. Before I head to that, I'm just going to use a little of their face corrector concealer. I did a little bit of a demo at that time as well. I'm just going to put a very small amount under my eye, because this foundation basically masks everything and I don't really need that much concealer at this point. So it just gives like quite a brightening effect as well. This one is just like 1/3 a shade lighter than this foundation. Yep, so if you want to check out where you can get this in Singapore, as well as how much it costs, what is my shade, color, that kind of thing, check out the description box, and don't forget to like this video as well. Yep, and that's done. So I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup and I'll get back to you. So that's how all my makeup looks like. It's just very simple stuff. What I have on my cheeks is actually the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette. Yep, I use the amaretto shade just to drape my cheeks to make it look like a slight contour, and after that I use rose spritz on the top just to give it a little more blush effect. So yep, and you guys, I'm not sure if you guys know, but on my Instagram I've been saying that if I hit 500 subscribers I'll be giving away one of these as well as a whole load of makeup. So if you guys want this to happen, or if you want to be part of this giveaway, then don't forget to subscribe as well. So yeah, I just basically use these two shades and they're really gorgeous, very easy to work with. If you pick up very little and start building up to a stronger intensity, they look very seamless. And yeah, so basically that's how everything looks like. I did not set my face with powder, and we'll just see how this foundation lasts throughout the day. So basically my final thoughts about it in the beginning of the day is that it sits very nicely on the skin. It still gives me a very hydrated feel, and as it sets even more, it still feels a little bit tacky, but not as much as it did previously, and I still think it really makes my skin look very healthy and plumped. So if you like this look, then do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to stay till the end to see how well this foundation lasts. So with that, I'll just see you when I get back.
Bacon bits. Oh, we need pasta, right? Stop pasta. What is it, Robert? Can we get
Hi everyone, so I'm back and it's about 6 p.m. It's pretty late and it's starting to get dark outside, so excuse if it looks more exposed than it did before, but I'm just here to show you how it lasts throughout the day, and I think it looks really good. I think today's weather isn't too humid, but I mean it isn't too sunny, but it is quite humid, so I did sweat a little bit, so do excuse that. And yeah, I think everything's looking as good as it did when I first checked in, don't you think? I think nothing shifted, nothing moved, and it still looks really hydrated and very put together. So yeah, I mean, if it had a downside and it's something that really bothers my face, I would be reacting to it by now, because I am a little bit sensitive to these kind of things, and I'm not sure what the C and T mix kind of formulation is, but in the initial clips you would have seen the claims already. I'm thinking it's some skincare sort of property, and it just, I think it's mixing very well with the foundation. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. I think that it gives a very full coverage, it's very hydrating, semi-dewy, it has a very good match to my skin tone, which is a NC20, NC25. And yeah, I'm in the darkest shade. I think it's called sandy beige. It's called sand beige. Yeah, I picked mine up from Sasa, Singapore, and if you want to get yours, you can. And don't forget to check out my brand review on Chosungah, this Korean cosmetics brand, as well, if you want to see how their other products do and if they are actually worth the hype. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll just show you an outro of how my foundation looks at 6 p.m. So yeah, with that, I won't ramble anymore, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!